hear Jaheim, yeah? Alright.
Jaheim. Hello guys, how everyone's doing? Everyone's good? I want to say it's an absolute honor and privilege for me to be standing before you today. As a British Palestinian myself, I see it as an obligation bestowed upon me to come out here personally to thank you and to show gratitude for all your hard work and efforts. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today we stand on behalf of the Palestinian people. We stand on behalf of the people in Gaza. We stand on behalf of every Palestinian that's been ethnically cleansed, that's been dispossessed, that's been tortured by this brutal occupation. Today we stand in the great city of London, the home of the British Parliament, the mother of all parliaments. The same parliament that passed the Balfour Declaration in 1917. The declaration which was responsible for the Nakba in 1948. The declaration which is responsible for the ethnic cleansing, the dispossession and the brutal murder and torture of Palestinians as I'm speaking to you right now. The declaration which gave the Zionists the right to take over a land that does not belong to them. The declaration which had the sole aim of wiping Palestine off the face of the planet and by extension wiping Palestinians as well. Over how long were they? See, almost 100 years on, I stand before you today as a British Palestinian myself to tell you and to tell Parliament that they're in a huge error. See, Palestine might have been wiped off Google Maps, but I assure you it still remains in our hearts and in our minds. And the Palestinian people are stronger and fiercer than ever before. Because the Palestinian people never forgot about their land. They will never forget about their land. And I assure you they will fight for their land till eternity if they have to. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share with you the story of my grandmother. See, my grandmother was dispossessed from her land when she was a young girl, until she resided in a refugee camp in Jordan called the Zarqa refugee camp. It was the same camp where my dad was born, and it was the same camp where I was born. And when I got older, my dad got older, he managed to land himself a job here in the NHS. And when he got himself on his feet, he went back to my grandmother and he told her, "Mum, why don't you come and live with me in the UK, you know, for a better life and whatnot." And this was her response. She said, "Son, I either die in this house amongst my people or I die back home in Palestine when it's free." That was her answer, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you a story, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys understand the type of people you're fighting for. See, my grandmother's just one example of millions of Palestinians across the globe who all share the same mentality, who all share the same beliefs, who all have the same hope, who all believe that Palestine will be free. And these are the same people who are grateful of people like yourselves who stand in solidarity and show support. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you this with an open heart. I want you guys to understand the type of people you're fighting for. These are people who still believe in justice, who still want to stand in the face of injustice. These are people who are willing to sacrifice on the luxuries of life just for the sake of going back to their homeland. And these are the same people who are very grateful of people like yourselves. And I tell you a story, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys understand that you must be strong. Don't be fearful. Always understand that these people are looking up to you and they need your support at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, before I end, I would like to send a message to all Zionists out there. Regardless of your race, ethnicity, gender, it's never been a Jewish issue. I have a problem with all Zionists. In Rishi Sunak, Biden, they're all the same to me. This message is to all Zionists. If you guys are willing to kill for a land that's not yours, well, as Palestinians, we're willing to die for the land that's ours. So it's so So keep doing what you're doing, but I assure you justice will prevail. The injustice will diminish. And the freedom of Palestine is around the corner. You know it as much as I do. So ladies and gentlemen, stay strong, be fearless and remain steadfast. Because Palestine is waiting for you as much as you are waiting for her to be free. Because Palestine belongs to each and every single one of you as much as it belongs to me. Because being a Palestinian is more than being born and bred as a Palestinian. No. A true Palestinian is a freedom supporter, a person who stands for justice and a person who stands in the face of injustice. And that's why when we chant in our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians, it rings so true. Because as I look across from me today, ladies and gentlemen, I don't see ethnicity, I don't see color, I don't see race, I see my fellow Palestinians. My fellow Palestinians. So ladies and gentlemen, stay strong, be fearless, and I'll see you in Palestine very soon, God willing. Thank you guys so much. Free, free! Free, free! Free, free!
Very eloquent speaker, thank you. And you know what? This gentleman's speaking from a passion which we all have within us. We've all got passion in us and we've all got something to say. And the thing is, if you're talking about peace and love which should reign overall, that is the most positive thing you can do. Preserve innocent lives that are being taken.